Movie Man Dan is back for another album review. This time, it's an EP. I was going to just. Okay, here's what I was thinking about doing in terms of EPs. Because they're simply shorter, I was actually thinking about putting like two EPs together. Like make one video, but talk about multiple different EPs. But yeah, the way that things have been going right now with with work and me trying to do some other reviews. Yeah, right now it's going to be just this one EP, and you want that's fine. It just means that I'll upload more videos with regards to different EPs. So yeah, today will be Nervefiend, which is from my good friend Shane McConnell of Blank Thought Records, and in this one, he has his friend Frank Sarcia from the band Terrahsphere and Sikarion working on the vocals and most of the lyrics. But everything else on this album is done by Shane himself. I have heard Terrahsphere, not in quite a while, but yeah. With regards to how with regards to how Frank himself is on the album, he he does fit perfectly, and Shane himself knows that that's really the one thing that he needs to work on, that he hasn't quite mastered is the vocals. And like, yeah, there are some um, there are some songs that he's done on some of his albums where his vocals are fine, but there's a couple where I'm like, um, it's not quite. So yeah, the album starts off with Mirror of Souls, which starts off mellow, it starts off fine, then it gets heavier into that kind of thrash that I like. Yeah, the first time that I heard this one, I kind of knew um, that the vocals were going to be good, even if it was Shane, because Shane has been growing as a vocalist. But when it got to when I heard Frank, I was all like, "This is actually really good stuff." And yeah, I just thought to myself, if this was before I read at the bottom that Frank was doing the vocals. I was like, geez, Shane has improved quite a bit. But yeah, this Mirror of Souls, it's a really good way to start off the album. Manifestor is number two. The lyrics are done by Shane himself. It sounded a lot more creative near the beginning, um, which is a good one. Okay. Let me just let me just start out this one right here by saying that I know that this is an EP. I really don't want to pick favorites because EPs are short. They don't have very many songs on them, but I must say this is probably the best one on the album. It just must be. This has got to be the best on the album. I really don't want to pick favorites on an EP, but this one's awesome. So yeah, it's a pretty. It has some creativity near the beginning, but then again, there's this one area where it gets to harmonic vocals, and I was like, that's what ultimately sold me on this one being the best. Muse for the Sick is track number three. Yeah, Rough Right Away starts off with a progressive guitar solo because that's what this is. It's like a progressive technical thrash, like this album itself. But this one right here, when it starts off with the progressive guitar solo, it eventually gets away from. Well, it doesn't really get away from that, but It eventually shifts gears into like a really right in your face kind of thing, and so yeah, that's a really cool one. Number four is Psychiatron. This is a good one, but yeah, there's a there was just something with the last third of this that okay, the entire song itself is good. It's like the first two thirds are really good. Don't get me wrong, but the last third really made it shoot up through the roof. The last third could have been just as good as the first two thirds, but I still would have been like, this is a really good one. But yeah, the last third, I'm like, hell yeah. And with its title, yeah, it's related to something about the state of mind, and yeah, the way that the song has been built. Yeah, it's good. Somatic sanitation. No, somatic satation. Yeah. Okay. Everyone knows how big a fan I am of my friend Shane. He's one of the guys that really got me into playing guitar when I was in high school, and yeah, he's just so talented. I'm always so proud whenever I hear some of the things. But see, I haven't heard Frank Sarcia do very many things in quite a while, especially Terrahsphere, which is what I'm best known, what I best remember him doing. This one right here, somatic citation, is I would call this Frank's best. I mean, like, yes, Shane is totally amazing on this, but the greatness of Frank himself really caught me off guard. So, yeah, this one right here is totally dope. There's a bonus track on this called Dark Fate. So, I gotta be brutally honest with this one. This one just seemed kind of off with me. I hope that that's just me. That's just a personal taste. But yeah, this one just seemed kind of off. I mean, like, both men are super talented. I don't want to go back on the drawing board and like really go and see, um, like go back and like completely redo this. I can't put my finger on it. It just seemed kind of off with me. I okay. Here's what I say. Right, I say, um, keep this one. Go back and after a while, maybe after like a couple months, and just check out where, when, and where, because these guys are professionals and they would be able to figure out exactly and pinpoint exactly where everything went wrong, because I'm just a fan of this kind of music. Okay, I'm just a fan. I really can't put my finger on what was so off with this one. It's not. It doesn't suck. Don't get it. Doesn't suck by any means. I'm just saying um, that this is going to be one to revamp somehow. So, Nervefiend, Manifestor, this one right here. On the whole, it's a solid album. Frank Sarcia is his vocals are they're 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 totally awesome. They match Shane's vision of this so perfectly, and yeah, I was a big fan of this. Um, it's five main tracks are total bangers. Yeah, so once this album okay, obviously I'm gonna put the link below. Please check this out. Please support local. even if you're not local, please support this anyway. This is awesome stuff.